Hey everyone, can you believe how gorgeous it is today? Like the weather, super crazy. Just got done with a run, ran in a tank top and shorts. Crazy, day after Christmas. Insane. So when I was on my run, I really wanted to stop in the middle of it numerous times. So I wanted to talk to you guys about tips for what happens when you want to stop while you're running. So the first thing is, the first tip. The first thing I did was imagine someone else running with me. So I actually imagined that I was at Run Group and running with Jordan and Eppa and trying to keep them, at their pace and keep up with them and, pace them. And so, imagine a friend, a family member, your spouse, somebody from Run Group running with you. And keep that idea in your head. What that allows you to do is really stay focused on, keeping up with the person you're with and using them as an inspiration. Sometimes you can even picture maybe a family member who's passed or somebody who means a lot to you that you don't see a lot, and use them as somebody to picture running with you. So that's the first tip. The second tip is to imagine when you've overcame something really challenging in your life and picture it then. So for me today, I went up this super big hill that I always, run. It's on my route. And I remembered how many times I've ran that hill. I remembered how much easier for me it is to run the hill than to bike up it. So just kind of those things. So really taking that power from a past event where you really felt strong and, were able to overcome, and taking that power and bringing it into your run. So that's tip number 2. Tip number 3 is to use a mantra or to count while you are running. So this kind of gets your brain off that, okay, I want to stop, I feel tired, kind of all those things that we tell ourselves. So use a mantra. For my first marathon, I use the mantra, I am strong, I am able, I can do this. So, and just repeating that over and over again, or counting your steps to 100 and then starting over. So just a way to kind of keep your mind off how you're feeling emotionally and, fatigue-wise. So that's tip number 3. Tip number 4 is to really, while you're on a run, focus on what is around you. So get out of your body and into your surroundings. So maybe see, what's outside, listen to the birds, count how many trees you see, maybe listen for other sounds that are around you, cars, other people, laughter, things like that, and try to pick out the things that are in your surroundings. That's kind of another tool to get your brain off that fatigue, your brain off that need to stop. And finally, tip number 5 is to do a walk-run method. So when you want to stop, sometimes your brain just needs that mental break. So take that break, allow yourself to have that, give yourself permission, and stop, walk to maybe the next mailbox or the next tree, and then begin to run again. Run to the next mailbox, the next tree, the next, crack in the sidewalk, then start to walk. Okay, and do that back and forth until you can get to a point where you feel like, okay, I can continue to run and I continue to run for the rest of, my run. So this is actually a running methodology called the Galloway method, and it's something that people use for marathons, actually, where they'll run, a mile, walk for, a minute, run another mile, walk for a minute, things like that. So I like to do this when I'm feeling fatigued and just go from spot to spot, telephone pole to telephone pole, or like I said, mailbox to mailbox. So these are just some tips today for when you feel like you can't continue on a run, you feel like you need to stop. Comment below in the comments which one you're going to try. And I hope you guys all had a great day yesterday, and I will see you soon. Bye.